Pakistan, its problems don't seem to be anywhere near its end. The economic crisis the country is battling is showing no signs of improving. In fact, it is worsening with almost each passing day. Just yesterday, Pakistan's currency fell to a record low of rupees 255 against the US dollar, and now it has forex reserves just enough for 3 weeks at max. Recently, the central banks increased its benchmark interest rate to 17%, the highest in over 24 years. And these unending strings of issues are coming when its economy is struggling to cope with mounting debt, global inflation and political instability, and has been pushed to the brink of a collapse. But how did the country reach at such critical stage? Talks have been doing the rounds that it may also go the Sri Lanka way. But how close is it actually to that situation? Let's break it down for you in this video. But before that, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Oneindia. Let's look at the gravity of the problems first. In just a matter of last few weeks, Pakistan's inflation has skyrocketed to levels never seen before, and severe food and energy shortages have left over 200 million citizens in huge distress. Just few days back, it has plunged into darkness following its worst power outage in months. The country's overburdened electrical system collapsed on January 23rd, leading to a nationwide blackout that even impacted densely populated cities like Karachi, Islamabad, Lahore and Peshawar. And as far as its loan repayment commitments are concerned, that's actually very huge. Islamabad is very close to defaulting on its debt payment of $500 million, a majority of which it owes to a commercial bank in China. To make matters worse, the country has no resources to repay its lenders and will just have to try to borrow from one creditor to pay off another. Now, if the country defaults on its external debt, then it will become difficult for it to get loans in the future from other countries. To deal with this, as temporary measures, it is mulling slashing salaries of government employees, reducing the count of federal ministers and curbing the expenditure of ministries. The power crisis has worsened to such an extent that orders were given earlier for early closure of shopping malls and markets. Pakistan barely even has enough stock of oil, gas and electricity to keep its basic infrastructures up and running. But how did this crisis unfold exactly? There is not just a single reason. It is in fact an aggregation of several factors, including Russia's war with Ukraine, which had triggered food shortages and high fuel prices globally. The flood that it experienced last year also added to its continual woes. That flood resulted in the death of more than 11 million livestock and destruction of around 10 million acres of cropland. Another crucial factor is that there has been no discovery of any new oil or gas fields in the country in the last 20 years. This has put extreme pressure on the country to import these commodities. Then, thousands of shipping containers packed with raw materials for industry, foodstuffs and medical equipment are being held up at Karachi port because banks have refused to guarantee importers' dollar transactions. Plus, there is very little foreign interest in investing in Pakistan's oil and gas exploration sector due to the nation's political instability, policy inconsistencies, weak contract enforcement and security issues. To avoid the economy from completely collapsing, Pakistan has sought a bailout from the IMF. Talks with the IMF about reviving the bailout stalled in recent months, with the institution demanding more progress on fiscal consolidation and economic reforms. An IMF team is scheduled to visit Pakistan in the coming weeks to discuss this possible bailout. But if nothing works, Pakistan's economy will go bust and the country will definitely go bankrupt this time. This was all about Pakistan's current economic crisis and the reasons why it is in such a tight spot. We hope you would like this new video. Thank you for watching.